Let's talk bunker shots and using your Tour Striker Educator. So there's a lot of information on bunker shots. I want to help simplify things and just basically explain how the club can work through the sand nicely to make your golf ball react with the displacement of the sand. When the sand goes up the face, the ball comes out of the bunker. You can get out of the bunker every single time. And with a bit of practice, you can become very confident and reliable out of the bunkers. So here's a face-on situation. I've got a T-square down just for illustrative purposes during this lesson. With my educator, you can see I've got this wedge. This is a 60-degree wedge, 56, 58, 60, all functional for bunkers. I've got mine rotated open slightly. You can see that the educator is vertical. The face is only fractionally open. Why do I open the face? Because I play the ball forward in my stance. If I had a standard golf ball location, that's where I would play the face. It's very square for a typical shot, but in this situation, we want to enhance the bounce. Now, why is the educator really going to help you in bunkers? Really simple. It's going to manage how your wrists behave. It's going to educate your wrists for functional bunker shots that help you deliver the bounce when you displace the area of sand that includes the golf ball. Now, when you practice in here, here's what I want you to do. Slightly wide stance, flary feet, golf ball is forward. That's why the face is adjusted. Coaches call it opening, I call it adjusting. Adjust the face for square. Now what you'll notice with the educator is when you make back swings in this condition, again, face fractionally open, educator vertical, put it on tight, and you'll notice it's in the 90-degree position. So the black line is on the black hash marks, 90-degree position, super easy. Ball's forward in the stance. We're going to take our weight, we're going to put it into our strong lead leg, so you're biasing your weight forward. Leave it there. What we want to avoid is any sort of lateral behavior in a bunker. We're going to put it forward, keep it forward, and then let it get a bit more forward. So let me hit a little shot, wide stance. I want to land 2-3 inches behind the golf ball, hit the sand, and let the sand do its job. And the ball came out of the bunker very, very nicely. Now, getting out of the sand, if we learn how to displace the sand every time, the ball responds, the sand responds, ball comes out. Now let me show you a great thought for your bunker lessons. I've got a tee, and I'm going to tee this ball up for a reason. Now the camera is not going to see it teed up, because when I do tee it up, I'm going to push the tee all the way to where the crown of the tee is even with the sand. So in essence, the tee is completely in the bunker. Why is practicing in this manner effective? Because it's illustrative on how your club displaces the area that hopefully includes the golf ball. So with your educator, wide stance, weight forward, go ahead and feel this hinging behavior, and you'll notice in the down the line camera how that club face is open. We want that sense of keeping the loft pointing at us. If I had a mirror on the face, I could look in that, I could see my reflection. All too often people get the club too closed. That presents too much of a digging tool. When the club digs, we don't move enough sand effectively, the ball doesn't come out. So with your educator, get used to that feeling of hinging, unhinging. The face is going to stay open. Weights forward. I've got that tee under the ball. Now the purpose for that tee is so that I can feel like I can cut that tee in half under the ball. And to do that, I have to breach the sand a few inches behind the ball. Breaching that sand a little bit long, nice spinning bunker shot. Now when I look down at this, I can see that I knocked the tee over, and the tee was also centered in that displacement area. So keys for functional bunker shots. We're going to put our weight into our strong lead leg. We're going to feel like that weight stays there. With your educator hinging and unhinging, this is an open face condition that lets the bounce land nicely, lands nicely behind the golf ball, so you can get the sand up in the air. What's included in that sand? The golf ball. You know it. So if you set some tees and you tee up a golf ball and you learn how to break a tee in half or displace a plastic tee like I have right here, this sense of there's a golf ball on a tee. Well, if I push that tee using my hand as an example and I have this ball teed up, In order to break that tee, I've got to breach this sand a few inches, 2-3 inches behind the sand, displace that channel of sand, basically the thickness of my hand, and if I can do that, I can hit functional golf shots, bunker shots. So remember, wide stance, flary feet, weight bias into that left leg, and then from here, we're going to keep that bias there. Go ahead and hinge and unhinge to get the sense of how to keep that bounce, how to keep that face effective for bunker shots. Let's go ahead and hit another one here, breaching that sand. And there's a nice bunker shot. And you can do this too. A little bit of practice with your educator is going to train your hands, educate your hands how to keep loft on the face, how to displace sand, which includes the ball, to hit some great bunker shots.